Pipe Network presents.
Oh, and just a heads up, we may talk about things that are potentially triggering for you, so listener discretion is advised.
Like, how do you want to be called?
It's anything is fine.
So
I
call her anything is fine, okay?
yeah, that's my new name now. Nice to meet you.
We're starting in 3, 2.
Wait lang, wag muna. Wala nang hi.
I know you're
I
doing
just
that on
wanna mess with
purpose.
you. I know you know.
Okay, ready in 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody, and welcome
Hi.
to another
Hello,
episode.
hello.
to the pre-show show.
Show.
Today we have another fright flick. We warned you guys last week. For the past 2 weeks, we've been telling you
Wait.
guys what movie
I
we are
forgot
gonna
to
watch.
watch.
What?
I forgot to watch. 2 weeks na pala. I thought like, okay, next week I'm gonna watch next week. Like a few days before record, I watch.
I'm shaking my head right now.
That's fast.
Anyway, we are also going to learn something new today. Oh yeah, and we also have another improv game for you guys. And also, our stories today will be about Philippine folklore.
I'm like waiting for the sound of dun dun dun.
Why do you seem so scared?
Hi, I'm Niña.
And my name is Andrew,
Welcome to the Frightening, Alarming, Real Life Tales Show.
a podcast where we talk about scary stories that happened in real life. If you were a part of this terrorist group, you would be targeted and killed by the aswang.
These three girls, their friends, two of them decided to stab their other friend just to please Slenderman.
Bigfoot is the internet influencer of the monster world.
It killed 19 American servicemen that day.
So sit back, relax, and try not to go crazy with fright.
Aren't we all crazy?
I want this show to be family friendly.
Family friendly, we talk about murder and horror and all that crap.
And welcome once again. My name is Andrew, and I am here with my co-host, Niña. Say hi.
Hi.
And of course,
Hi.
I think this is like a
Hi.
trend in season 2 now,
Hi.
but almost every week we have a new guest.
Hi.
And this guest is no
Hi.
different. Here we have Ade. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. I was so afraid because I didn't ask you before this show. Like, wait, what's my cue to come in? Should I talk before
Yes.
you introduce me?
It's
So,
fine.
hello. Hi,
Fine.
everyone.
It's fine. Don't be nervous. Okay,
We
so
in this podcast we like to do things spontaneously. So just go with whatever.
Ninya likes to do things spontaneously, you mean? I plan everything and then she's just here ruining all the
I'm just
plans.
here. I press every
She
button
makes life
in the ship.
interesting.
I know, thank you.
Okay,
I'm siding with Ninja.
so it's going to be a fun episode today. Yes, Ninya, for those of you who don't know, and Ninya, Ade is my
don't know.
friend. I finally found a friend.
Another friend. Oh,
Yes.
congrats. Now I'm gonna be Ada's friend too.
No,
Yay!
no,
Yes.
you will
I'm the
not.
introvert that
It's
got
gonna-
You guys will not
This
be
is gonna
friends.
be like
No.
I mean, she's in
Ibiza.
Manila.
So, you see? Like, that kayo meet up and then, like, mag-selfie kami just to spite you.
No, stop it. Stop it.
I'll send you, like, where can we meet up?
Stop it! You're gonna make me
We have this
cry.
We have this friend that she's, like, sa start ng night, Andrew and her, they were, like, very close. And then, like, later on, like, she said something and then, like, oh, I know this topic. And then, like, we became besties. And then, like,
Yeah,
she was
Ninya Ninya has a habit of stealing friends. So please do not discuss that both of you love Gravity Falls. Don't discuss that you both love
Yes.
Over the Garden Wall.
Yes.
Do not discuss that you guys like to watch cartoons. Oh shit. Forget I said all of that. Forget I said all of that.
So like we're just gonna like leeway from the podcast to like talking
Anyway.
about Gravity Falls and like Over the Garden Wall and like theorizing stuff.
So actually, Ade is my friend from Improv. He's actually my classmate, and we are both from the same improv group,
Ooh.
Miércoles. Yeah.
Yes.
Aside from that, he's also an actor.
And
An actor.
He does the theater.
The whole world is a stage.
He loves to go there and, play the characters.
I feel like
Where is
wala na
my
lang si
cue?
ano. Si like the guy from SpongeBob SquarePants, the other octopus guy, Squilliam, fancy schmancy pants.
Ah.
Oh
Like
yeah,
I
yeah.
like wala na lang,
The
he's gonna
one,
say some shit.
oh no, he's hot. So I want to get right into it. We're gonna talk about Ade later, and he has a very scary story to share with us.
Ooh.
But right now, we are gonna be talking about the movie that we all emphasize to watch.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, we all watched that movie.
Mm-hmm. Sure you
Yeah.
did. And remember last time when we did this segment, I did not have a theme song for it.
Enough notes. Oh,
Ooh, new song.
Well, this is the debut of
but
A day but?
yes, a debut
hey.
of the Fright Flick theme song.
You know it's Friday, so right now, let's watch them fight for life inside a killer Fright Flick tonight.
Or, today, depending on when you're watching it or listening to the show. But anyway,
And what'd you think? What'd you think?
It feels like so karaoke.
True.
Like karaoke vibes. Like
The
to
first
the
5
max.
seconds worried me.
You don't feel violated at all? No?
Was that you? Was that you? Or did you
Oh, yeah,
have that
it's
canned
him.
one?
It's him.
It's all me.
It's all
God.
him. Like music's like almost every music in the show is all him. And then he would just like, Nins, can you record saying this word? Like, okay, I need people to say this one line. All right, then let me edit. And then like everything is him.
And then when you're here, like, oh, so that's what he needed it for.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so this is Fright Flick, the segment where we talk about the actions of the different characters in a horror movie.
So
Niña,
for those who have not watched, like, can you give like synopsis? Like, what's the general story about?
so you mean you?
You don't know that.
You don't know me.
Mhm. You don't know that.
Okay, since you did not watch the movie Nins, can you please tell us the title of the movie that we were
Assumption.
supposed to watch?
Oh, okay. It's called Banal.
Yes, congratulations. At
I
least you know
remember
that.
I know the name, of course. But like, do you want me to give my assumption on what I think it is? Because I did not
that's
see the
exciting.
trailer. I did not see anything. But like, based on just the title alone,
Sige
it's
daw.
I see if this is gonna be like so far off to what I think it is. It's one of those Filipino movies na like this person went to this like old house or whatever they probably either grew up in and then like it was passed on to them because they moved far away or something like that. And then like something like a religious item or whatever was desecrated. And then there's this like probably ghost entity whatever trying to kill them all. So yeah, that's what I think it is.
You got about
0.
80% of that right.
Well,
Oh shit.
80% creative.
Okay. Okay, so the synopsis of this movie is that 5 friends make a hiking trip through a forest in the Philippines, and it's full of mystical beings. Ooh.
Ooh.
So, I have here my notes. Can you hear that? I'm flipping through the pages of my notes.
Or is that sound effects? We never know.
We will never know.
No, I'm
Ooh.
literally flipping through my pages, guys. Don't confuse the listeners. Okay.
Uh-huh.
We will
So-
Or are
never
we
know.
like telling the truth? We never know.
Okay, so it's like your typical
Horror.
horror
horror.
movie trope thing in the western like in western countries. You know how there's like 5 group of friends and they all have
Yeah.
a character trope, which by the way,
Mhm.
you can also pick your own trope in the Discord server.
Smooth transition.
Famous plug there. Nice.
Nice.
Okay, so we have Yel, Richie, Erica, Mac, and Thea. So those are the 5 friends, and they go hiking to what mountain was it?
I'm guessing Mac was the jock.
Oh, I forgot the name of that mountain. You mean the original name or the made up name?
The name that they had in the movie.
Also, this was based on
Kawanga?
like an
Kawanga?
actual mountain.
Yeah, this is based on a true story. Well, not like inspired by true events, not based on a true
Okay.
story. Yeah, that's different. Since there are only 5 characters, we're gonna be talking about those 5 characters.
I thought you were gonna say, okay, since there's 5 characters, we're not gonna talk about them. We're gonna talk about the monsters.
Actually, did you guys notice the other monsters in the film?
No, what other
Oh
monsters?
wait,
Oh.
was that
Wait, I am
why
talking
they
to
were
Ade,
showing like
not
end
you.
credits?
Huh?
Because at the end credits they were showing like photos or like some sceneries that were just
Oh,
I think
okay.
it was similar to Haunting at Hill House where like there were like Easter eggs of like monsters at the background. Was it like that?
I didn't see that
Oh,
in the
Oh,
movie.
okay, never
I'm
mind.
talking
Watch
about in the
this.
movie.
yeah.
Yeah.
that's
Like
the movie.
like for in the movie, was it like similar to Haunting at Hill House where like in the background there were some Easter egg
Photos.
monsters or
Well,
something like
it's not
that?
really an Easter
Reference.
egg monster, but it's more of like a reference, and you kind of it kind of
Mm.
clicks in your head that oh, that that Philippine mystical creature is doing
This
that.
thing.
Did you guys see the Tikbalang or notice anything
Yeah,
about the
I
Tikbalang?
did.
No, you didn't.
Wait,
Uh,
I don't remember. Like I might
It's
have
by the
seen it, but I
tree.
think it's because I'm not really acquainted with like Philippine folklore, so I wouldn't get the reference.
okay.
Okay,
Like I mean,
so
I know some of them, but yeah.
It's the one by the tree. Like that one tree.
Beb, it's all trees, Beb. It's a forest.
Except
This is why you should watch the film. When I tell you to watch the film, I literally reminded you twice. Anyway,
that was 2 weeks ago.
there's not really like it doesn't actually show the tikbalang, you know that. But there is part where they were walking and then they went around in circles.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
Yeah, so a tikbalang usually does that. And then of course there's the mambabarang, but that's not really a mystical
witch.
creature. That's like a
It's just a witch.
Person.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's like a person.
Mhm.
But you know,
aren't
it's
humans the
rooted
actual
on it's
monster?
like part of the Philippine folklore thing, diba? There's a white lady
Of course.
in the cave.
Oh yeah. I saw that one. Yeah.
Yeah. There was a duende
What? Oh, the camera.
Mhm.
Camera. Was it the camera?
Dwarf.
when they went to pee.
What do you mean?
The
No,
flies,
no,
and then when they
Flor.
went
Is
to
that what
pee.
you mean?
Oh, really? Wait, I do not know anything about the duende regarding flies. But I know like the one you told me just a while ago, like losing stuff. Like I remember Thea lost her camera, right?
Well, yeah, that
Was it
too.
that? Yeah.
And then there was also a Josa, but it was more of like it was mentioned instead of like it interacted
Shown.
with them. So this movie is purely Philippine folklore. This is like a horror story based on Philippine folklore, and that's why I love it.
When you compared it to the like actual folklore, did they do a good job portraying them?
You kind of see the references, but also they took like creative liberties with it.
Mm.
Okay, if there is one thing that I know about Philippine folklore is that the moral of that is to always respect nature.
Nature. Yeah.
Yes.
If you don't respect nature,
Nature's gonna get back at you.
yeah, all these monsters will come and get you. This is my biggest ugh with this movie is that all the characters just desecrated a sacred forest. Like they literally pee on trees. They take
Ah.
fruits that's not they don't even
Not to
know
eat or
whether
something.
if it's okay to eat or not, and then they drink water from the ilog without even treating the water. Like, guys,
I did not notice that. Okay, that makes sense.
I mean, peeing in a forest is parang sort of like normal in a sense. Like if there's like no bathroom or
Well,
whatever.
I guess, yeah.
I'm just
But
saying.
then again, in Philippine culture, kasi we have this phrase like
Yeah, to
tabi-tabi po.
respect. Yeah.
Hmm.
To like let the creatures know, hey, I'm here. I'm gonna like pee on this tree.
you can kind of get it kasi these characters are from the city. So like how would they know?
They don't know. They don't know crap.
Yeah, they don't know. But they're like high school students or something like that. I think that's the characters that they were playing. They kind of look like 20s to me.
Yeah, I think they're ano. I think they're fresh graduate because
Well,
like they
for
mentioned in
me,
the movie
for
Clearance. Yeah.
What? Nins? I don't know if she disconnected or what, or baka may nagdaan lang. Anyway, we'll find out soon.
because for me, like my cousins, they're like when we were younger.
Wait, what?
You know, you disappeared for like
Yeah, I started to disconnect.
okay.
Good job, internet.
Okay. So
Amazing.
okay, continue your
I
sentence.
disappeared for like a minute.
Yeah, you did.
I forgot my sentence. Kami nakita ako naman yung text.
Okay, anyway. So
I think what I was saying, because like when I was
okay na.
go on, AC na. Go na. Oh, ikaw na.
Wow, we are violent today. We woke up and chose violence, guys. Okay, so we're gonna talk about the five
Yes.
characters one by one, and I'll start with Yel.
Is she the nerd?
She's kind of like the bestie.
Still the best friend, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So supposedly, di ba, my stoner, my final girl, my jock, my
Mhm,
cheerleader, tapos my
Mhm.
smart person. So
Yeah.
Yel, parang they kind of switched the stoner character for the bestie character.
Bestie. Okay.
So she was the one who invited everyone and forced
Mm.
everyone to go on a hike. Basta usually this kind of character trope, they come back later in the movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
She also has a wig, and I'm kind of like, ooh, that wig though. I can clock it.
Yes.
So she didn't really do anything bad aside from force everyone to go on a hike. She played her trope really well, and just the ending though, she kind of like blew it.
I trusted her. That's all I can say. I really liked her. I honestly did
Yeah.
when we started out. I believed that she was the really good bestie. So like, I rooted for her. I rooted for you.
Oh wait, I think you just spoiled something.
Yeah. You
Oh,
did.
sorry. I don't know how to do this. How do you not spoil without talk? Okay.
Parang if she was your friend in real life, she'd be like this close friend that you have and that you can share with anything.
Oh, the names to the Andrew.
Oh, please, not in the podcast. Okay, moving on. Now, Mac. I wrote here hot.
Is he the jock or is he?
He's
Oh,
the
okay,
jock.
so
Yeah, he's the jock.
then. It's in your notes. He hot.
His character is kind of like, oh, I'm gonna do shit my own way. You guys do what you want. I'm gonna lead the pack. Ganito. I'll go ahead, do stuff like that.
Alpha
And
male, whatever.
Yeah, alpha male.
that is a very stupid thing to do in a horror film.
That's true.
So the lesson there is don't be like alpha male even if you
Don't
are
pee
not
on a
alpha
tree.
male.
Oh yeah, and he
There's that
also
too.
peed on a tree. And then of course he would get attacked for it. Also, he took something from the forest. I don't know what it was. I kind of missed it.
It was a tooth.
Ah.
So yeah, it was a tooth. And like, do you remember the scene after a few scenes after, where it's like they woke up and everything, like the three of them were.
Yeah. And then he was trying to take off his
Yeah.
tooth. It's a tooth on a sacred forest. Do not take it.
I might take a picture though.
DNR would be.
Yeah,
mad.
that's what I would do. I would just take a picture of it. And then that's it.
Yeah, and just like move on.
Yeah, move on.
I'm like, ooh, this is neat.
Like, leave
Take a
nothing but
picture. I'll send it to
footsteps.
you and send it to Discord server.
He did a big major no-no in any horror film, and that is split with the group. split from the
Oh, they
group.
do that a
God.
lot in this group.
Yeah, they do this
Yeah,
a
they do
lot.
that a lot in this group.
That this
Oh God, I'm
this
gonna
is
look
so annoying.
forward to this so much
E-
and just laugh at it.
even
Sorry.
even if you're
I
on a
feel it.
hiking trip, like on a normal hiking trip, you do
Yeah, you
not
should
split off from
never.
the group.
Yeah, never.
Like the biggest mistake that I saw there was they didn't listen to the old man. It's always that.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah. So this is like a typical like cabin in the woods type of movie because you know
Yeah.
there is the harbinger. It has all the tropes. The guy was like, okay, no one is allowed to hike up there, and then they still went and hiked up there anyway.
Good job for
Like
them.
exactly. Also, don't drink untreated water. He was the one who drank the untreated water. At least boil the water.
Why would you just bring one jug for water? Each one of them.
In a hiking,
Oh
yeah,
my
In a
hiking
hiking
God.
trip.
Like, bruh.
You have to be prepared. These kids are not prepared. They're like, oh, we should go on a hike, and yet they don't prepare. I'll save the one that I have the most annoyance for at the
Most.
end. So next we're gonna talk about Richie. So Richie is
Is
the
he rich?
smart. No, he's the smart guy.
Okay, he's
Uh,
the nerd who knows shit.
The one that fights the jock usually. And that
That's
trope
always.
does happen in the movie. Like they two go at odds with each other. I wrote down here cutie Charles.
Yes, my baby.
Yeah,
Rich.
he's such a baby.
For me, I don't think he did anything wrong.
Apparently, I just found this out after the movie. Ka-love team niya pala yung final girl.
Yeah, it wasn't really explicitly stated or shown. Huh?
Yeah, but like, you know how love teams are very sacred in Philippine, Philippine
Oh, true.
television,
They have to
cinema.
survive together.
So it's kind of like, oh, he's the love team. Of course, we know he's gonna survive. You could still get a love story and then kill him.
Sorry though, but like it's Filipino,
It's a
so
Filipino trope, yeah.
it's a Filipino trope. For those who don't know, it's like it's always like that.
So I'm kind of like meh with this character, but he is cute.
Well,
I like how plus point for
I
cuteness,
related to
minus
this
for
character
everything.
because what he did, I would do. Like everything he did, I would do. So like, I see no wrong in what he did in the show.
Out
in the
of
movie.
everyone, he was the most prepared.
Yes.
Did
He
he
was the-
bring just one jug though?
Well,
When I say he was the most
Breaking a
prepared, I
point.
did not mean that he was the one 100% prepared.
I was like expecting
he
he
had a flare
brought two
gun.
at
He had a
least.
flare gun.
Yeah, he had a flare gun. And kind of that was a stupid idea to, to do like have a flare gun in the middle of a forest where
Oh
it
God,
could easily
that's
start
true.
fires.
Well,
But anyway,
That's true.
that
God.
we're getting into spoiler territory.
I mean, it's based on true events. Yeah.
Next is Erica. So Erica is the final girl. Of course, she's the star of the show, and I kind of feel that too because her character was the most fleshed out of everyone.
Yeah. At the start, you could already feel like the emotional connection with her.
Yeah, and the movie did a good job of doing that. It's just I just kind of wish that they did the same to the other characters, like make us invested in the other characters.
Yes. It's like when you started with the movie, you knew like most of them were going to die already.
Yeah, parang
Throwaway characters na lang. Ganun.
they kind of became like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
I kind of like her as well because she gave me Lara Croft vibes.
Yes. The styling.
Yes, I love the hair. Oh my god, this is like a gay
Diba?
podcast already. So those are only my two notes. She kind of like in my eyes, she like just like Yell and Richie, she did nothing wrong. Because I guess they were like the three major players at the end of the film.
Yeah.
Everything that they did, it was kind of okay. Yeah, I kind of see it. I kind of understand it. Can we please talk
Oh, I know.
about the person, the character that I did not like out of all of them? Thea. When I say she is the most annoying, everything that she did in the movie was very stupid. And I have to commend her for that because I usually come in these films like with a state of parang disconnect. But the way that she acted her character made me angry at her. Okay, so I'm speechless.
It's so hard to talk about her mistakes if you don't want to spoil anything.
because she did so many mistakes. Okay, so she has the cheerleader trope. She's kind of like the oh my god, hi. She's kind of like that character, but like in a more Filipino way. Okay, first of all, she peed in the forest. She bribed the harbinger just so that they could hike. She loses things in a horror film
And goes back for it.
and goes back for it. Like, it's a camera. You're rich. You literally bribed the. You literally
That was
bribed
a lot of cash.
that was like how many thousand pesos. She loses the camera and then, oh no, we have to go back for it. No, girl, you can afford another camera. Don't go back for it.
Baka gusto niya ng memory ng camera niya. Who knows?
Oh, yeah, maybe. But like, girl,
And she whines
she
a
actually
lot.
she lost. Yeah, she whines a lot, which is like a no in like a horror movie. She was the one who kind of like triggered the events of the attacks from the different mythical creatures of the forest. Because if there's one rule that I know about going into any kind of forest is that you do not make too much noise. Of course, she also ate something that she did not know what it was.
Okay, that was just stupid. That was just stupid.
Yeah,
Was it berry something.
Yeah, it's like a berry, and then she's like, "Oh, I'm hungry. I'm so hungry." Girl, you're in a hike. Bring nuts or something.
Why did they even not bring like snacks on the way? Like,
Yeah,
Why did they even
tapos,
not
bring-
like, na mag-overnight kayo
bring
to,
Nova.
like, this mountain.
They literally just had a Tupperware for food.
And then they shared that one Tupperware? Really?
Well, they had one each. Just like for one meal.
Those are all the characters. She was the one who pissed me the most. Do you have any comments?
Well, she
on-
did piss the most.
Did I get everything that made me angry about this movie? Yes. Do you agree with them?
Yeah, I do agree. Like, but can I just say a very controversial but a brave statement? I actually understand why they did what they did. Because when I think about it, if I went with my friends, we'd probably do the same thing.
Okay, I'm kicking you out of the room. Bye.
Like, I mean, if you didn't see it as a horror movie, my mindset when I was watching it. Okay, let's think of it as a nature documentary. And then when I thought about it like that, it's like I understand what they did. But since it is a horror movie, it was like a big no-no. But if you treated it like a nature documentary, you would understand it. Like, or at least in my perspective.
Okay. Ade, if ever we go on a hike, please.
Andrew does this thing, yeah, he has a checklist and like he double checks it with
Then I
you.
just hit a red tag there.
just listen to me. Just listen to me. I allow you to go on an adventure, but please just listen to me before you eat anything that's off of the forest floor. Listen to me, please.
Ada, you know what we should do? We should like me and you should plan a trip, and then like we'll just have A dragged along with us,
Oh
Wait,
my gosh!
Hold
yes.
on.
and then let me
Oh,
like
that would
be the
that would be
guide
yeah,
because
that
I
would be
have
a
zero
good.
sense of direction.
Wait,
That would be a
guys,
good
guys.
episode.
I just had an idea. What if,
No.
like once all of the government, mishandling of the pandemic is over, we all go to Baguio, find the Diplomat Hotel, and record
Oh my
an
God.
episode there. Oh my God.
This is. Oh, okay. For someone who just called me out for understanding what they did, you're literally doing the same exact thing everyone does when they die and go to the place for content.
But that's the thing.
We're
I'm
not gonna overnight.
I'm gonna
there.
die for content. Think of the money. The joke. But like,
We're
this
just gonna,
isn't a
like,
horror
stay
film. Yeah, and it's not like we're gonna stay there. We're just gonna. It's a tourist spot. We just walk around, record an episode, look for
Wala kayong
ghosts.
money. I don't think of the money. There's no money.
Actually, it's the only thing stopping us from
We're just
becoming
gonna
a horror
hang
film.
out there for like a few hours, record, which is an episode probably, or try to look for one.
Oh, but that would be a good segment, though. You
And
just
then you
visit
can
each
drag
place and just
your
record a small tidbit there. You don't need to stay long. Just
Yeah.
record something there.
Yeah,
That'd
kind
be
of like
cool.
how kind of like how I did
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
me
exactly.
listening
Like
to.
we'll record like one episode.
Yeah.
No, not like one episode. It's kind of like how I did the recording of when I listened to the Pokemon Lavender Town
Oh, yeah.
theme music.
Oh yeah.
Parang it's
We
kind
should
of
do
like
Immersion.
that. We should
we
do
just
that.
we
But,
just
like,
discuss it.
can we agree? Can we all agree? Like not to split up. Like the number one rule natin. Is
Oh
not
no,
to
we're
split up.
splitting up.
Like, can we agree? Oh, fudge.
We'll put harnesses. We'll handcuff each other.
God dang it.
Guys, I just want to die. Okay, anyway, just let me die. Okay,
Previous
that's it.
episode, you know how to summon Valak. Now you wanted. Why don't you just summon Valak and just click it over like the whole process of traveling, diba? Summon Valak in the middle of your room.
Nina, why does it sound like you're whispering?
Because I'm
Maybe
in
she
the
is.
I'm in the sala. I went inside na. Because like nagalobat na ang phone ko. That's why I like disappeared for a bit and I did not realize 15% ang phone ko. So hello.
Kaya pala. You know what you sound like? You kind of sound like you're trying to hide from a killer. And then like me and Ade are the
While doing
police
a podcast.
dispatchers,
What is
and
this?
then okay, so that's Fright Flick, you guys. Final verdict, would we survive in this film? I would say yes.
No.
Well, if you had
Probably.
me.
Ade, I have doubts.
Would you have
Probably.
me?
We'd probably survive. Because like I know like tabi-tabi po and then like when like an old man says like, oh, this place is haunted or whatever, like an old like witchery person says, all right, let's try this other mountain instead. I don't know.
You should wait until you watch the movie. That's when you
That's why I
That's
said
actually-
probably.
when
That's
you
why I
when you
said
say that,
probably.
just wait until you watch the movie. Okay. So if Ade, please just stick with me, follow whatever I say. Don't eat anything that's off of the floor. Do not pocket any tooths that you find.
Oh, you
Tooths,
know what,
teeth.
Ate, you should do? Like, if you
What?
go out to the na like to do like mga stuff like that, if you find a tooth like lying on the floor, pick it up, don't pocket it, put it in Andrew's pocket.
Oh God. You did it. But then again, though, isn't there like some trope as well that those who like try to plant other evidence usually get killed?
Yeah.
That's that too.
Yeah, so, I'll survive.
Either way, win-win.
Or I can
just
just bring my own teeth. I have my baby teeth in a bottle.
And then just spread it
TMI.
around.
okay,
And just like mess with
TMI
people.
Ade, TMI. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut it here. Thank you so much, guys. That was Fright Flick, and of course, we're gonna take a break, and when we come back, we're gonna be talking about horror stories of Philippine folklore. This is another highly requested topic from last season. I will tell a story. I will actually tell 2 stories. Ooh,
First time.
first
I
time where I tell 2 stories.
Because usually I'm the one who tells 2 stories.
Yes. So
Ooh.
we're gonna take a break. We'll be right back.
Scary, petrifying, terrifying, spine-chilling, blood-curdling, horrifying. Got some scary stories that happened to you? We want it and we'll read it here in the Farts podcast. Email us a voice recording or write to us telling your scary experience at fartspod@gmail.com. Or send us a voice message over the Anchor app and get featured on our next episode.
Okay, I drank my water now. We're coming back in 3, 2, 1.
Wow, hindi ko nag-ask na inom kami tubig.
That's what we do in breaks, Nins. We take a break.
I know.
But no, you just spent that whole time taunting me, so too late.
I know, thanks. Anytime.
We really woke up and chose violence today. Okay.
There's a story for you.
Violence is always the
In this hand of mine,
like,
you can't stop the things I do. I lie. I've searched high and low, wrote down an essay. Now Andrew is back, and there's hell to pay. There's a story for you. And this hand of
Okay, so my story is about Tikbalang. So I have two stories actually about Tikbalang.
I thought like it's like a different like lore.
Beb, the topic is gonna come back in a future season. Do you really want us to finish all the stories?
It's the same. Okay.
We all know Kim Chu, right? She was the person who sang Ikaw na ba si Mr. Right? Ikaw na ba love of my life? And then she also sang this pandemic hit.
Oh God.
Sorry.
Kay gulo ng puso at isipan din. Napakarami na rin negative haters telling me how to live, but I just choose to forgive. Sa classroom may batas, bawal
No, I'm
lumabas,
like I
Okay,
remember.
she sang that famous pandemic hit, and of course, she has a Tikbalang
Aside from
story.
that, she also like
Ooh, didn't know that.
So last year, during October, she was actually mid-shoot from one of her horror films. She took to Instagram to promote her upcoming movie where she posted a picture with the caption, "Andyan na sila, nakikita mo ba?" It was meant to show the hand that was underneath the bed because she's doing this horror film. It was supposed to show that there was this hand underneath the bed. Parang it was edited that way. Just, to psych people out and then get them prepared for the upcoming movie that she has na horror. All of a sudden, she gets a message from her sister saying that a psychic apparently saw the picture and she saw something else. She immediately told Kim Chu not to stay in that room where she took that picture. Hold on. I'm gonna send you guys individually on Facebook. You know how there's the red circle
Keeping out.
that's been drawn? Yeah, that's like on the window. So there's an eye there. I don't know if you can see that.
Mhm.
Can you see it? Okay, I guess you guys don't see it.
No.
Okay, it's really hard to see, but once you see it, you can't unsee it.
An
So
eye.
yeah, there's an eye. Okay, so there's the red circle, right? And then there's the white circle of
Is
the
it like-
window. Now,
Yes.
if you look above it, just like
Yeah, that's the
a
one in the
few
circle.
centimeters up, you can kind of see like it's in the background where it's like an eye, like a horse's eye.
Oh.
You see
Okay,
it?
now I see it.
Okay, yeah, it's
Yeah, I
that
see it.
one. So
Yeah, this is the Groot figure I was talking about.
okay.
Yeah.
Niña, do you see it?
I'm blind as fuck.
You don't need to see it, but anyway, it's there.
No. I saw the photo. Like I think that could be the pattern. So, cause like if you look behind the curtain, like there's a pattern that's showing that could be it. I don't know. Probably.
Here, I will actually circle the eye.
Oh, okay. Now I see it. It looks like a face too.
Yeah, I
Could
see
it
it.
be there just someone like behind there or some shit?
No, apparently, according to the psychic, it's a tikbalang on the set. According to Kim Chu,
Mm-hmm.
she already felt really weird on set. She claimed that something was behind her in that place where she took that picture, like it was watching her. I don't know if she's like just saying this to promote the movie or what, but judging, personally, this is kind of like one of those stories that I see and read and kind of think, maybe this is kind of like a promotion thing for the movie.
Probably. Tas gi-edit nila or whatever.
Yes, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, I want to
Yeah, I
believe
can
it.
see that. Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
It's one of those things. So, what are tikbalangs? You ask. No, you don't ask.
No one asked.
Well, tikbalangs are actually, they're half horse and half human creatures.
Why is this song playing? This is a
Fine.
game song.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's like fun fact. Dun, dun, dun,
Yeah,
dun,
fun
dun,
fact.
dun.
I was like expecting like a dark tone.
We chose violence.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let
I chose
me
violence.
let me play a dark tone then.
Okay.
So actually, tikbalangs are half horse, half human creatures. So they're kind of like horse on the top, human at the bottom. Just think of BoJack Horseman.
Isn't it centaurs for some reason?
No, centaurs are like half human, half horse, but the bottom half,
Because we have something like that, diba? We have.
the bottom half is the horse.
Don't we have
It's like a
centaurs?
flip. It's a flip centaur. It's a flip centaur.
No, but like, yeah, I get that. I get that it's a flip centaur, but don't we have centaurs as well? Where like it's called something else.
Okay, so I might have been stand corrected. It's a kabalan. They're like satyrs. So tikbalangs are very strong, but they don't actually kill people. They're just really mischievous. So they play tricks on people and travelers, like lead them astray, make them go around in circles, especially when they're in the forest. The way to counter that is to just turn your shirt inside out.
Your clothes.
Yep.
I remember there's this Filipino series na these two guys decided to go out for a swim to a lake or something, and then when they got out they can't find their clothes, and then they've been walking around in a circle.
So they
I
just
don't
have
remember how
sex.
it ended, but like
Okay.
they cannot like combat like the Tikbalang because of like they don't have their shirt, so like they're just going round and round.
Apparently, if you can ride a tikbalang and pluck 3 golden hairs from its mane,
Oh yeah.
then it becomes your willing slave for life. It will serve you for life. There's actually another encounter with a tikbalang. So, according to the article that I read, when his father was a teenager in the 60s, he lived in Antique before.
I've been there.
Antique.
It's like hours and hours of like from Iloilo. You take a bus
Ah, okay.
and then you travel through like this snake-like road thingy. Now,
What-
like honestly though, the snake road is like vomit.
Is it like an old place? Is it antique?
Cause like when I went to Antique, okay, I see what you did.
Okay. Okay, anyway, so
I went to Antique with Sina Kevin before. We just dropped by parang like really really small province, and then it's like by the sea. The view like sa bus it looks pretty at the same time. It's like really old timey ang feels.
so it's antique. Okay, thanks for confirming. So ayun, while he was living in Antique, he heard like dull thudding sounds outside. Knowing that no one was outside during that time, he got up to check it out. But apparently, his mother, who was still awake, stopped him and said that there was a tikbalang outside and that he should not go out. Of course, he also wasn't allowed to take a peek at the window, and eventually, he fell asleep to the sounds of the thudding. In the morning, however, he woke up to a commotion outside of the house. All the neighbors gathered around the house. There was this huge imprint of a hoof on the mud. According to the neighbors, they were like guessing na this tikbalang was playing luksong tinik near their house, and he just left when he was done. So that's why there was like an imprint and like thudding noises. So ayun, that's the other story that I have. That's another tikbalang encounter.
I will say though, like Filipino mythology is actually so rich, but we don't really just focus on it.
It's so confusing. There's so many
Yeah, that is true.
I think it's because there are lots of cultures in Philippines. We're so diverse that our mythology is
Yeah, that's true.
there's so
Everywhere.
much mythology because of the different cultures. Like every tribe has a different culture.
It's very regional.
Yeah, it's very regional. So we're gonna take one more break. That's it for my story, guys. It was all about tikbalang. We're gonna take one more break, and when we come back, Niña will have a story. Can you give like anything like a teaser for what your story is about?
Last time we talked about the like Philippine mythology, I talked about gods, right? I'm like going to go around the cycle of like gods and stuff. So yeah,
Okay, we'll be right back.
that's the general stuff.
You are listening to the frightening, alarming, real-life tale show, FARTS. Usapang horror stories in real life. Now let's be real. Kung after ng episode nila ay natatakot ka pa di matulog mag-isa nang nakapatay ang ilaw, baka di ka talaga nag-iisa at may nakatitig na sa'yo. So kung gusto mo muna magtanggal ng takot, why not listen to Rule 20? That is RULE20, available kung saan nyo naman napapakinggan to. And now, back to the podcast.
Okay.
This is
Hi
how
guys.
this is how it goes when we edit. This is
This
how
is
it
how
goes.
professional we are.
Yeah, this is how good the podcast
This is
is
behind the
before
scenes.
it releases. And you would be surprised at the tumbling that I do. I usually proclaim na
Final result.
na hindi masyado edited ang podcast when in reality sobrang edited ang
It's like,
podcast.
yeah, just to take out these bits. No, like,
Let me just take away this comment that Niña made. Let me just take away this weird something that I made. Let me just put this in. Let me just.
What was that sound?
Oh, you want me to play?
Hello?
You want me to play like
Can you hear me?
the quick theme song? Yeah, we can hear you.
go.
Oh my Niña, there she goes again. My, she's got something for ya. Oh, you listener, brace yourself and then try not to get paranoia.
Okay, Niña, please. Stop stalling. Take it
So
away.
since since we are on a path to violence, I will be talking about harmful Tagalog deities in ancient Philippine mythology. So this is an article that I stumbled upon when I was like looking into what I want to talk about. You know how like there's angels and demons in like cultural mythologies and whatever.
Mhm.
We have something like a sat satan. Yeah, satan. That's basically are equal to like
Look,
Satan.
baby.
So-
Satan.
Mhm.
We used to do this when we were kids.
um we don't really have like an exact one, but we do have what we considered as agents for him or of him. So one of them is the one I'm going to be talking about, which is Manisilat. She is basically a goddess of broken homes. She loves to like wreck. There's like three of them. I'm just going to talk about two. One of them is her. She loves to like wreck people's homes and like turn like families against each other, and then like she always gets angry if she sees like this loving family whatever dynamic. She butts in, like puts herself in the middle of this whole delicious soup and then like ruins everything, and then like she lives happily once
Wait, hold
everything
on.
is
I'm
like in
confused. Are
chaos
we
and
still
ruins.
talking about families or are we now talking about soup?
Talking about families.
Okay. Oh,
Like-
it's a metaphor. Okay, I get it. Sorry, I was
It's
genuinely
a-
confused for a second. I was like, soup?
Mm-hmm. So the other one, basic, I cannot pronounce names. Manga Mangaguay.
I
Manga
I cannot
Mangagawi.
pronounce.
I cannot pronounce. I'm sorry, but whatever. Sorry. Basically, she's the one responsible for occurring diseases, and I love how like this article like paints her. Um, she has like she possesses a necklace of skulls made, and then like she has a girdle made up of like severed like human hands and feet. She's like super like gory, and then but she would sometimes um turn herself into this normal human being and then like go to like countrysides and then like, oh, I'm a healer, like these are like these are like helpful for you, and then like she would like charm like men or whatever, and then she would like mess them up and then like spread a disease or a plague in the area. And then if she wanted to kill someone, what she would do is she has this magic wand or something, and then like she would use it to usually kill this person or like prolong their deaths for like months and months, like extend their agony and pain.
And
So
then
yeah, those
there's
are
a
2 out
third
of
one.
3.
Just
Yeah.
talk about the third one.
Uh,
Who's the third one?
Okay, it's like this mangkukulam. This one is basically a he. His duty was to emit fire at night when it's like dark and like when the weather is not good. He usually like pretends to be a priest doctor as well. He likes to do that and like he would wallow in the filth beneath the house of his victims and then like emit fire and then like they would die.
Oh, I think I've heard about him. He's like
Right, like being burnt alive or something.
he likes to live in the filth of pigs and chickens underneath the house.
Yeah, he likes to do that, but he would prefer to wallow under the house and then like set his flame on and then like burn the house with the people inside the
Ah,
house.
yeah.
That's it. Yeah, that's his thing. Apparently, there's a fourth one pala. Hukloban. She has the power to basically like the power to transform into anything she desires. And then some people say that she has, she's more powerful than Manggagaoy or something. I cannot the one that I can't pronounce the name of. The way she would like she would supposedly be able to kill someone with just raising her hand, but like she can though heal people, but she would still prefer like destroying stuff.
Oh, so she literally just woke up and chose violence. The others are like, we don't have a choice. We are violent. But her, she literally woke up and just chose violence. Wow.
Yeah,
Asshole.
basically like what she would do, like if example like oh you got hit by her own like creation of plague or something, like she can choose to heal you, but like she can do it like without charms or whatever now, but like she would rather not, and then she could actually, it says here, and she could basically destroy a house just by uttering the word, like saying like I want this house destroyed, and it just gets destroyed or something. She's like super powerful now. Well, like she'd rather choose violence. Those are like the 4 agents of shield joke.
The 4
Satin,
agents
Satan.
of violence. 4
Uh-huh.
agents of we woke up and chose violence.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Nins. And when we come back, we are gonna be talking to
Yay.
Ade. We are going to learn more about him, and also we are going to be
RD.
playing an
Off seat.
improv game. Ooh.
Oh god, another
Yay.
improv game. I'm gonna desecrate. Sorry, improv people.
No, you were good last time. You were good last time.
Uh,
We'll be right back.
Sure.
I like to have a good time when I listen to my horror podcast.
Her left arm
Oh,
was
that's
chopped
so.
off.
Oh my god, really?
Caused a panic all over the
Prolonged
country.
their deaths for like months and
The
months.
frightening, alarming, real-life tale show is my horror podcast. My horror podcast. That's
Give
it?
Pause it.
Nins,
'cause-
this is your scary part.
Be scared and laugh hard with the frightening, alarming, real-life tales show. Every Friday on all major podcasting platforms. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Coming back in 3, 2, 1. Mali. Coming back in 3, 2,
Good job.
1.
Job.
And we are back. Hi. Okay. We are going to set
Hello.
aside our choosing of violence because this segment is all about Ade.
Wow.
And Ade will choose violence as well.
Or I could choose a side.
Niña and I were recording one night when our ears stung from an eerie soundbite. For a third voice came in and gave their replies, and suddenly, to our surprise, we have a guest.
It's
On
me.
Farts, there is a guest. We have a guest. Yes, it's him. It was the very best. We have a guest. We were very impressed. We have a guest. It's Ade. That we now have a
Where's
guest.
the voices coming from?
We mentioned earlier, Ade, that you're an actor. You're a
An actor for the stage.
you're a thespian. and and that you so you and I are friends. You and I are classmates at Improv. And you shared with me that you've actually been in many indie projects as well as major ones. Am I right?
Oh, absolutely.
Smashing.
Oh, indubitably.
I'm Roger Thornberry. Okay, no.
I'll tell you some ravishing stories.
So you've actually been in the quest for the Adarna, right?
Yeah.
Joseph the Dreamer, the one with Sam Concepcion, and
Wait, oh my god, wait, what is this? Okay, are we really going through each of them? Oh my gosh. Nahiya tuloy
well,
ako.
the ones that you mentioned. And
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
We're doxing you, dude.
Wait, out
We're
of
doxing you.
out of all of the projects, which one was your fave?
Which one was my favorite? I would actually say the Quest for Adarna. I mean, I don't know why. It's a kids show, and I just get to act all weird and big, and that kind of makes it so fun. I don't know. I have good memories where a kid just told me, "I like your diction," and like, oh,
What?
thank you.
Wait, what?
Diction.
Oh,
Andrew,
sorry.
get your head out of the gutter.
Could you imagine if your audio just cut like mid word? But anyway,
I mean, you're the editor. I don't know what you'll do.
okay, so
Oh.
I mean, I can kind of see that you're someone who loves to make people smile, and who doesn't want to make children smile?
Unless you choose violence.
Yeah,
Oh.
unless we choose violence. I've also been there. I told you this, Ade, just recently actually, where I was like Joseph, not from Joseph the
Yeah,
Dreamer, but
yeah,
like
yeah.
in the vacation Bible school.
It's just Joseph.
Yeah, I was him, and then I had to act all kooky and stuff like that. Although the part that I showed you, that wasn't. I was so tame.
But going back to theater,
Okay,
I
yeah,
have a
but going back to
question for Ate.
theater
How did you get into it?
our resident actor.
How did you get into it?
I prefer the word
Like,
thespian.
So yeah, how did you get into theater?
Ever since I was a child. Well, no, but really, I really liked singing a lot when I was a child. My first full song that I memorized was like,
Sample.
Pagdating ng panahon. Yeah, that's one of the first songs that I sang when I was a child. And then my mom would just let me join like singing competitions in like local Christmas parties, and then I would always win. And then eventually, like in high school, I just decided na I want to pursue this as my college course, and then I went to college, and that's what I took, theater arts.
I have a question for both of you. Kay theater nerds kayo. Would you do LARPing though out in public in open?
Oh, I would love
LARPing?
to do that.
I've
I
already
would
done
love
that.
to do that.
Oh, you mean in public? In a private setting? I haven't done
like
it yet.
public and open.
I
No,
haven't
like
done it yet, but like
I would
in
wa-
closed
setting
circles,
and
I have
like
done
with
it.
full on costume. For
I would
for
so do
those
that.
who doesn't know what LARPing is, it's live action role play. The like people would like wear clothes and then they have this storyline they're doing playing along as these characters.
Actually,
Anyways,
Mars
like
invited
both of you would do it.
Mars actually invited us to
Yeah.
LARP.
Really?
Yeah, before the pandemic. It's just that
When?
the Panasonic
Miss Rona
Oh.
happened.
Panasonic TV happened.
Miss Rona happened.
Yeah, Miss
Mm.
Rona happened. So
Okay.
it's
Well,
her fault.
if you guys do LARP, guys, like I wanna watch.
So yeah,
Like update me
going
on
back.
LARPing stuff. I wanna watch.
I would just want to say that you actually, Ade, you went to the college and you took the course that I wanted from the very beginning. Ever since I found out about it, I was
how
like, I want to
there's
go
like
here.
salt in there.
So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of jealous, but life gives you lemons, you make
Cucumbers.
yeah.
Tea.
When life gives you lemons, you make lemon tea. Yeah. So
indubitably.
speaking of theater, your thesis is actually on YouTube.
Yeah, go ahead and watch.
Yeah, so
Oh, the one that I know.
yeah, the one that
I
you watched. The
watched
one
that
that you
one.
watched.
I wasn't able to finish though.
What?
I wasn't able to finish, but it was like really interesting.
But
Yeah,
you need to
I
finish it.
messaged you and I was able to finish. I was like 40, like an hour almost in, and then like I had to do stuff.
You know how you're an actor and I am a frustrated actor and
Hey, you are an actor. Come on.
And I'm just
Own up to it.
I'm just frustrated.
and she's just frustrated and she's just frustrated. Uh, now, since you actually know techniques, can you teach me and Ninya some techniques? For a beginner like
Okay.
Ninya, what is something that she could do to improve her acting skills?
Read the script out loud. I think that's one thing I would have to say. Because like you think
Absolutely
you get
nothing.
it, you think you get it when you read it,
Hopelessly.
but it really comes out differently when you read it out loud.
And what about someone like me who has experience?
Oh, you're already taking the first step that I think a person who would like be interested in theater to do. And no, that's it. That is simply to go to class. Go join workshops. Go join classes. And like for example, improv. It's not like what they say is that it's not even necessarily for performers. It's literally for everyone. And I think that is the first step to like go into it. Just go dive into that water that you're afraid to do so, and just say yes and we'll be doing that later, but say yes and especially when it's something that you're uncomfortable or afraid with, but especially when it's something that you're afraid of, but you know that it'll be exciting for you and that you're kind of excited to learn about. Just really hold your breath and dive into it.
You know, I agree. Like at the end of the day, as long as you love it, as long as you love what you're doing, it's like go. Like even if you suck, eventually you'll learn.
Yeah, and I think also with that is that it's good to surround yourself with people who would support you trying. Because there's a lot of people out there who would just like immediately shut you out for just trying. Because like I've been seeing this a lot on Facebook where the posts are going around about, and it's true na, don't shame people for trying out new things, for starting out, because the start will always be rough, will always be us trying to figure things out, but that's the beauty of it, because eventually you will get better. You owe it to yourself to discover yourself to whatever you want.
Amen.
I like how it reminds me of like if our ugly baby A. So episode 1 natin. We don't know how to flow.
Oh,
No, the very first.
okay. Yeah, I get it. I thought you
we
meant this
don't
whole
know.
episode
We
where
were
we chose
trying
violence.
new things.
And it's no secret that some theaters are like really old.
Yeah.
And most old things in the Philippines are haunted, as they say. So I know you have a story of something creepy that happened to you in the theater. Can you please share?
Yeah, sure. Okay. I guess the first thing that you should know when it comes to theater is that, and they always say this, that theater is like a magnet for ghosts, for the supernatural, because it's a place of heightened emotion. It's a place where you literally see a span of a person's life on stage. And I guess, like, to start off, I won't be saying the actual college name, but some of you will probably be able to guess it. But it's a really old college, and the college that I was in has this old theater that we would work in for our practicum or our OJT essentially. So there are a lot of stories, lots of happenings that involve the supernatural in the theater that I was working in. Sige, I'll start with like the ones that I've experienced, and then I'll build up to it. Build up on the more exciting ones now. The first one, kasi I was this soundboard man for a play. The thing is, this play is about 3 ghosts in the dressing room of a theater. So, and the thing is, our theater specifically does not like it when women in general are hurt or sexually harassed or harm is done to them, because there is a ghost in our theater where one actor before died there. The story goes, or one of the versions is that they died on the scene itself, and everyone thought it was a good actor, good actress, but in reality they did.
Wow, ang galing. Namatay siya. Wow, it's so believable. Oh my God, ang galing niya mag-acting. Tapos pati yung actor, sabi niya, oh my God, ang galing rin niya mag-acting. Believe talaga ako sa kanya. Okay, and then the curtain falls and then it's like, uy.
Just a body.
Tapos
Tama na ang arte. Like, OA na. Tama na.
OA na pare. Oh my God, guys, he's actually dead. Guys, he's actually dead. Oh my God. Anyway, continue.
So yeah, that spirit or ghost then kind of stayed inside the theater and likes to appear during shows that when the women are hurt or are being harassed, any story like that. So we were very wary about doing this play because we know these tendencies that happen when we stage these plays. So, for example, my first experience was I was the soundboard man. I was doing the sound cues, yung mixer and everything. I'm sure Andrew knows this. And I was having my cues, and I had beside me my sound apprentice, or the person I was learning from. The sound booth kasi is like at the back of the theater. And then at the side, there's this wall that separates me from the bleachers area of the theater. And then, I had two laptops on. One is for a backup, and one of the laptops was just darkened. So parang, and then nagre-reflect lang yung light from it. So I was talking to my sound apprentice and everything, clarifying a cue, how to do this. And then while he was talking to me, so ito ganito yung gagawin mo. Parang kailangan mo munang i-mute, tapos, and then he stopped.
Oh, I thought you cut off in the call.
Me too.
I was like, oh my God, it happened. Oh my God. Anyway, yeah, he stopped.
And he stopped. And he looked at me, and he was, parang alam mo yung may nakita siya. Tapos sinabi niya sa akin, Ate, may nakatingin sa'yo. And then parang, huh?
And then
saan? Then he pointed towards the laptop that had the darkened screen. And then I looked at it, parang, okay lang, it's just my reflection. And then sabi niya, hindi ate, may nakatingin talaga sa'yo. And then I looked at him and I was confused. Tapos sabi niya, and he just shook his head. He just shook his head and sabi niya, wag na lang. So apparently, he saw something. Kasi my sound apprentice has sensitive or heightened senses. So he saw someone looking at me. Kasi there is this slightest crack where the wall that separates me from the bleachers. There is this slightest crack where you can peep over.
Okay.
There's this slightest crack where you can look over at the bleachers. And apparently there was something or someone peeping out, looking at me then. And that was the first incident.
Oh, shit.
And the second incident.
So there's more.
Yeah. It's all okay. I'm going to tell 3 events that happened, and it's all in this play. Actually, I could tell more about this play because a lot of things happened during this play. And
you know what?
The second,
I kind of want to do. Like, I have this friend. She has like extreme heightened senses with stuff like that. Do you want like the 3 of us can hang out and then like selfie tayo to spite Andrew and then like hang out and like do a session sa wherever this place is, and then like can just have Andrew on speaker.
Oh my gosh! Once the pandemic is out now,
probably.
Yeah, if you're in Manila, I can invite you.
Well, go on. Tell your story.
So the next story naman, it's The same play. I was still a soundboardsman. And the thing is, back then, sadly not now, I was religious, or parang I practiced my religion then. I won't tell you know what it is. Actually, it's obvious. It's Catholicism. But anyways, I
My
have
religion's
a
a
ring.
secret. It's the cult of the fart god.
God.
So I have this
Backtrack that
ring.
again.
Oh God.
All hail.
That's me shouting praises to the fart god. Okay, anyway.
So I have this ring, and I call it the Rosa ring because it's a rosary on a ring. So how
What
it's
did you
made?
call it? I'm sorry, I laughed.
Rosa ring.
It's just so clever. It's cute. It's funny.
Okay, the thing is, it has these ridges to symbolize each of the beads, so you can like
Oh,
kind of
me
just
too.
fiddle with it. Andrew,
Sorry. Okay.
I wanted to be family
Gross,
friendly.
dude. Gross.
Minus ligtas points. Anyway, keep going.
We're talking about a rosary ring here.
We're talking about the rosa ring. Anyway.
Yes. So yeah, this ring has a ridge for each of the beads, and then there's a cross on it. During this play, I lost it. Parang I was at the sound booth, I lost it, and I didn't know where to find it anymore. So okay, sayang. Anyways, but flash forward to a year later, I was in a different prod na after 3 prods. I was the lights boardsman naman, and we were fixing the lights at the balcony, yung sa roof ng theater where you hang the lights.
Please refer
That
to
place.
theater as, the correct term. Theater.
I knew it.
Theater.
So, after 3 prods in that theater, what happened?
Okay, at the balcony of the theater, I was cleaning the balcony, so I was sweeping it. By the way, it's really creepy there. Alam mo yung mga horror ceilings or parang what do you call that? What do you call that room at the top? Cellar. It's like a very big cellar, and it's really
Cellar?
creepy because you can
You mean
only
the attic?
No.
Cellar is
attic.
like
Oh my God.
downstairs. Attic is upstairs.
Yeah, the cellar is like
All confused.
yeah, me too. I am
Yeah,
confusion.
attic.
Okay.
So yeah, it's like a giant attic, and it's really
Attic.
really old. And the thing is, I was sweeping the floor. And parang it was really dusty because no one ever bothered to clean this place. I was the first person to ever think about cleaning this place. So I was sweeping the floor, and then I noticed there was something stuck, like under the panel. It's like plyboards. The floor were plyboards, and there was something. There was a bump. I was getting annoyed because the floor was flat, but that one had a noticeable bump. So I was like, okay, I need to find out what's causing this. So I stopped sweeping and I lifted it up, and then I saw my ring.
Oh, I know this story, but let me just.
I was never there. I've never visited that area, and it is so weird that it was under a plyboard.
How did you know that it was your ring? The
'Cause
rosa ring.
It's the exact same one. I sent a picture in the chat.
Yeah, I saw.
It's the exact same one. In our theater kasi, there are more ghosts than the one I mentioned a while ago. The first one I mentioned was female. There are other ghosts kasi. There's an old man and there's a child. Apparently, it's the child that loves to mess with us with our lost items. So whenever we lose an item, we always plead to the theater, like
No,
for example,
please refer it to.
theater.
Okay.
We would always plead to the place, like, please, pabalik na po ng gamit ko, pasensya na po. We would beg for it to return, and most of the time, the day after or a week after, we would find it. So, ayun, I just found it there, and it was so weird because I never went up there. And no one ever went up there. And the last story naman that I want to tell is parang the closest we got to actually seeing one. This is because it happened during a show. One of the actors are supposed to get hit on the head with a candy bottle, and that's how they die. The stage would darken, and then the set staff would come in, would brush it away quickly because there's a lot of shards in the glass on the floor. The thing was, in one of the shows, that bottle did not break. That sometimes happens, and then when that happens, no one would go out to clean up. But the thing was, during the company call with our director, he was so angry. Sinasabi niya, sino yung set staff na yun na lumabas, ang bagal-bagal maglinis. Ha? Tapos kaming lahat, sir, hindi naman po nabasag eh. And I don't care. But the thing was, when our team met na, without the director, sinabi ng stagehand, hindi naman lumabas yung assigned person dun eh. Kasi hindi naman nabasag. Hindi naman ako lumabas. And the person who was supposed to go outside, hindi naman ako lumabas. And then another person, the lights person, or I forgot, it's someone else said, pero meron na akong nakitang babaeng lumabas, tapos dumaan siya, tapos ang bagal-bagal niya. Tapos parang sinasabi ko sa sarili ko, bakit ang bagal-bagal niya? And then, we took a moment of silence, and oh my God, tumatayo yung buhok, yung balahibo ko. And then, we realized that that ghost visited us in that play.
The ghost visited. I guess the ghost was like, oh, I'm very interested in this play. Let me just, try to be a part of it.
Yeah, and they do that a lot in our theater. Then there are more cases in this
Excuse you?
theater.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ade.
Thank you.
We are at the edge of our seats listening to your stories.
Yeah.
And I know you have more, so this is an open invitation for you to come back next time. Ooh.
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 And then maybe ang next time, like we record with you. Like he and I can meet in person to fight Andrew, and then we can record live.
How long are you in Manila, Nins?
I have no clue. I like how he's using his soundboard to like distract us. Keep
Okay.
going, bro.
Anyway.
I'm here until God knows when.
We're gonna
I'm in
we're
Manila.
gonna play. We're gonna play. Thank you so much, Ade. So we are going to be playing a quick improv game before we end today's episode. So this is called Monster. So all three of us will be playing as one character. We will have to create a story of how we discovered a monster that is made out of an everyday object and how we defeated that said monster. Now, the thing is, we can only use 2 words at a time. Gets? Ade, you will be first, and then it's Niña, and then it's me. Okay, the word is vacuum. So this is the story of how we discovered and defeated the vacuum monster. 2 words each. Just continue the story. Here we go.
One night,
Before I
Went to
bed, I
saw that
there was
a light
that was
underneath my
bed, and
I went
to check
it out.
then I
realized it
Was my
vacuum machine
Do you mean cleaner?
vacuum machine?
I was thinking of cleaner.
Okay.
Like
Okay, anyway, vacuum machine. It then
sure.
That was one word.
It then
Suddenly turned
And I
freaked out.
It charged
while I
Was looking
with horror.
then I
screamed. Ah!
It said
I will.
kill you.
I'll suck.
Your blood.
What was Nin's?
Your blood.
I ran.
Towards thee.
Door in.
Found a.
Baseball bat.
And then
I took
A breath.
before I
swung at
The charging.
vacuum cleaner.
my baseball
Bat. Shattered.
The thing.
and the
Vacuum. Squealed.
In pain.
I'm broken.
Slowly it.
Got destroyed.
And I
Sighed in.
The thing.
what? And went
To bed.
The end.
Yay! Oh my god!
Yes!
Yes! So that's
That
how
was
you play
great!
Monster. That was great.
My brain died like the last bit. That's why I said the thing.
Don't you mean sighed in relief? But anyway.
I sighed in the thing.
I was like, why did he sigh in the thing? Yeah. So that's how you
Thanks,
play
guys.
Monster, guys. Once again, thank you so much, Ade, for coming to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You are officially part of the Farts gang. I will induct you.
You're in the cool clubs table
yeah,
now.
you're in the Farts.
Yay.
You're in the
Not now.
You're in
I'm
the
part
cult of the Fart God.
I'm part of the giant cloud in the air now.
Yes. Ade, where can people find you?
In the streets.
In my room. Instagram, a suspended fourth. Think of the chord that literally spells Ade. So a suspended fourth.
Yeah, so just spell it out with words.
That's at ASUSPENDEDFOURTH.
Okay.
I like how there's question marks.
I'm trying to figure.
It's okay. I feel you.
So
I'm not
This is why I give Andrew my socials and he reads it out.
So that's his Instagram, guys. Go follow him there. Watch out for this guy because this guy is going to go places.
Make a YouTube channel soon.
Make a YouTube
Hopefully.
channel
I
soon.
If I get the motivation.
Collab maybe, and then maybe you'll be in another.
I mean, we technically already did one. I mean, we just finished our last day today, right, Andrew?
You did.
Oh no! I'm disappointed.
Shade. Shade right there.
That video is coming out this week. Yes.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you so much,
watching,
Ade,
guys.
for coming.
Thank you, Ade, for being a part of this.
Thank you so much. You are officially part of the Farts gang. I dub it. You are. I dub thee.
You can get out now.
Part of the Farts gang. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of the frightening, alarming, real-life tales show. You can follow Niña on all her socials at Nin C Fernandez. That's NINCFERNANDEZ. I'm at the Andrew Tops. That's TheAndrewTops on everything. And the show's Facebook and Twitter is at FARTSPod. If you've got a scary story that you'd like to share, then you can email fartspod@gmail.com or message us on our socials. Now, we also have a Discord server. We're inviting you to come and join, talk to us. We share memes and stuff. Hang out with us. We frequently talk about anything horror and, like anything funny in there. So it just depends on the day. The link will be in the show notes of this episode. Till next
We
week.
may also choose violence.
Bye.
See you around, guys.
We choose violence.
Bye.
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 Bye. Did I tell you about that story, Ade, where I have a different
Chose
voice
violence.
for when I'm in
We chose
the Jeep?
violence.
Oh yeah, you did.
Oh my god.
So I'll be talking with my friends
His Jeep
like
voice
this, and then all of a
versus
sudden I will pay
Yeah.
the driver, and I'll be like, "Bayado."
Bayado.